on a losing streak lately when it comes to love. Feels like I'm stuck in a shitty video game replaying the same level over and over again. Start a new game, meet someone new, get beat in the boss level by a monster named Commitment Issues, lose a life, and repeat. So when I started talking to this gamer, I was a little skeptical, ready to dodge that bullet, but him and I clicked like a Nintendo 64 in a cartridge. I guess you could say I was blown away. Zero sweet, innocent type said he liked to flirt with danger, and he asked me if my name was dangerous. It made me laugh, so I agreed to the date. 8 months later, he comes up to me and he says, "Hey babe, let's play a game. I'll be the controller, you can hold me. I'll be player 1, you can be my number 2. Let's press start on this new adventure together. You can use the joystick, I'll press all the buttons. The time spent hanging out with you is more powerful than the barrels Donkey Kong was throwing. The weight of your sweetness smashed me to pieces, guess that's why it's called a Candy Crush. I didn't trust, lust, and in a rush, I'll drop the bomb, I love you, and then we're off. Speeding into love like Mario Kart. Hitting the gas, lighting the fireworks, watching us explode. If there was a character select to life, I'd always choose you to play with. I would cheat on every level just to make sure you and I were always connected. If I were Pac-Man, I'd eat the fruit on purpose, turn you into a ghost just so I could eat you too. I would do the most to make sure you and I were always connected, because this love game, I will always beat you at, because there's no one I love more, and I mean that. I'll never let you go. I hope you earned an extra life, because if you ever try to leave me, I'll kill you." Yeah, I laughed too. And then he said, "Well, what? You thought that I was sweet? Weren't you listening? I said, let's play a game. I'll be the controller. I'll beat you. I'll cheat. I'll turn you into a ghost. I dropped the bomb, love bombing, hit the gaslight and the fireworks. I told you everything that I would do. See, this love game, babe, I designed it. So sit quiet. Wait your turn. I'll let you know when I'm done playing. After I teach you the rules of Street Fighter, after I knock the sonic rings out of you, you'll be great at forever because you jump the very second I walk into a room. You'll master every level of SSX tricky because you'll have to learn how to navigate my snow-capped heart while performing the death-defying trick of pretending to be happy. Pretending not to have cracked ribs. So what a shame you stuck with me. Thought you could love me? Thought you could trust me? Nah. I jammed up the gears of this war. This halo is held up by devil horns. Even your family will learn to play. They'll learn to play Tomb Raider to find your body after I show you my favorite fatality in Mortal Kombat. So come on, babe. Let's play. It took me 2 years to realize this was not a video game, but an escape room, and I needed out. It took me 6 more months to escape. And on that day, I promised I would never play a losing game again.
Let's give it up for Monarch, the poet. Judges, do your job. We appreciate you guys so much.
A poet is defined as a person possessing special powers of imagination or expression that they channel through the medium of poetry. The spoken word is a form of magic that transcends through time. The first poet was a priestess in the year 2334 BC. And in 4,000 years, we have broken barriers, unearthed truths, and healed spirits. And today, my loves, I have 3 minutes and possibly 10 seconds to convince you to not let your spirits die with America. In a world where facts come in fragments, where intelligence can be artificial and people can be deep-faked, warfare does not happen in the muddy trenches that scream, "What is ours?" Warfare happens in the media and in the mind whispering, "What is real?" And forgive me if I abandon metaphor to say that we are in a state of upheaval, that our neighbors are being snatched off the streets, our rights stripped away in the blink of an eye. But the truth is, the world has not gotten any scarier. Its shadows are simply stepping into the light. So the question is, what are you going to craft with this chaos? The question is, who are you going to destroy? Each other or the system? What is your role within this revolution? I used to think that the only tool to dismantle was fight, pure, unrivaled aggression. And so I would sit at confession and say, "Softly, God, I'm a brutally gentle person." But you know, we're not all the fighters. We're not all the sparks. Some of us are the igniters. Some of us are the warmth of the hearth. We need the organizers. We need the motivational speakers. Some of us are cheering the rest of us on from the bleachers. Some of us are love personified, evidence that good can still persevere. It is verified that you cannot have a body full of fists, aimlessly thrashing around without a heart in their midst. We need eyes, visionaries to imagine brighter skies, and tears may not save lives, but they may water the soil from which true radical action grows and becomes realized. We need you in whatever iteration your soul comes through. The role of the poet is to speak to your hearts when your minds have been groomed to be divisive. The role of the poet is to wake you the fuck up. The role of the poet is to remind you that you are the creators of your communal and personal realities, that our communities give us vitality. The role of the poet is to tell you that you cannot move the stars, but it is us who draws the constellations. Fear the poets and all other soft weapons that reside within the hearts of the revolutionaries. By us.
Hey! Give it up for SB. Keep it going. All right. Judges, let's see those cheer for Alex Nuno.
I love you, Dad. I want to leave. To see, to be, to work hard, to bring you all with me. Me. We. That's all it's ever been to me. I love you, Mom. I hope you are proud. I see myself and I try to be proud. I try to lose myself within a crowd. Time and time I fail at my own betrayal. I want to leave, to be, to see. I need to work hard to bring you all with me. I can't leave, not yet. Designed for me to never fully breathe, to slave my soul for greed. I will prevail. We will leave. Our hearts beat simultaneously. The construct of I was made to divide, to further drive the wealth of those of whom designed a game. A game we were not designed to win, only to use all of our energy for their win. All while we still have to worry if our children will be able to eat, if we'll have a place to sleep. We as a people have been robbed of a life connected to all, and poisoned by the fetish of man and power. In my power, I dismantle their agendas. I will prevail. We will leave. Our hearts beat simultaneously. I love you, Dad. I love you, Mom. I love you all. Alexandra, defender of man. In Greek, that is who I am and who I will be. I love my community. We are humanity. I am begging for humility. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. Don't you see we are swimming in the toxicity of theirs, waiting for us to drown? We will prevail. I see us as one, connected to all. We are powerful, and I love you all.
Give it up for Alex Nuno. Do we have scores ready to fly up in the air loud and proud? All right, let's go, judges. We have a low score of a 7.
Spend my days wrapped in solitude, questioning what is the responsibility of poets. Stoics, striving for deeper meaning, I keep my pen bleeding. Maybe then they might remember me like Rumi, or Robert Frost, a poetic Sufi, Jahil Gibran, D.H. Lawrence, or the latter. In a world where people are too big to fail, I'm too small to quit. I give these words my life and my wit, trying to give the people something that they will never forget. I'm inspired by the world, so I want my poetry to be like it. Ageless. Perhaps then my obituary will be faceless, a testament to the time I spent to make these effigies timeless. The truth is, I'm riddled with imperfections, but the word alone is flawless. If all goes well, I'll leave more than a book. It will have a piece of my conscience. The time I spent so that the creativity deepens. My poetry is about more than the hard times. It's about the times I spent in the deep end. The pain and the struggle, the push and pull of keeping my sanity, the countless hours I spent questioning my reality. A story of death and tragedy, words sung without instruments, played to the simplest of melodies. My prayers that the world will one day live in harmony. The unsung heroes of despair and comedy, a commodity I pay for with blood, sweat, and tears. Hoping that one day as my life disappears, that these words will echo on in the hearts of my friends, family, and peers. The hope that I can free minds from their shackles and warm hearts like a shepherd's shears. I pour onto paper my greatest hopes and all of my fears, that I might one day conquer them. Without fist or pistols, but with the pencils that gave me freedom. Freedom to speak without hesitation, freedom to live without limitation, freedom to create what for so long was locked away in my imagination. True poetry should speak to your soul, take a piece of your heart and bleed it in ink onto paper, pencil lead that sparks revelations of the mind. And let's not forget motivation, expression of our deepest thoughts, the commonality of man, the oneness of self. The poet is expected to be relatable in practice, yet genius in thought and articulation, freeing minds like a proclamation. You see, the summation of a poet's duties is, well, limitless. According to Homer's Odyssey, poets are gifted and cursed with the most direct connection with the gods, and in the Bible they are called prophets. Empires rise and fall, but the words of life's greatest writers ring on for eternity. When the Liberty Bell only rang once, the words of history's greatest authors sit at the cusp of the common man's tongue, recited daily. You see, I'm just a man and I can only fight so many battles before I am bested, but the pen is much mightier than the sword. It binds people to your cause and stirs revolutions with a scribble. And if I'm wise with every stroke, I can topple governments. But with great power comes great responsibility, so I use these words swiftly and with agility. All a man has in this life is his word, so I won't waste mine in futility.
That applause going, keep that applause going. Let's go, give it up for Dead Prophets, judges. Let's see the
That's a good boy.
I am a fucking professional at leaving things unfinished. Just ask every ex I tried to build a home in. Consult every laundry list I've tried to complete within a reasonable period of time. I am overstimulated, dehydrated, and constantly trying to keep up. But not everyone can make executive task dysfunction look this hopeful when both me and my twisty-turvy mind know we're only gonna use that bell pepper once before it goes to die in the graveyard of my CRISPR. Shit, I can barely believe I've made it this far. I can barely believe I'm alive. When I can get so overwhelmed with, existing, that my body will stop itself mid-motion. I often succumb to racing thoughts of how many texts, emails, and bodily pains I've left unanswered, circling the drain of all the energy I do not have that it can leave me locked in the cage of my bed for hours. My mind is an old-time movie theater where every day my prefrontal projection keeps picking reels at random and the picture comes out blurry at best. I mean, he just can't seem to focus. I joke about how I love to leave so many things unfinished, but it's really just to hide how heartbroken I am about all the things that are finished with me, written me out of their stories, often while they were still a part of mine, leaving me to wonder, does my undiagnosed ADHD make me a shitty person? Or am I just a shitty person with unresolved self-loathing? And I know I should find therapy or get medication, but I have to find the right healthcare provider and make sure that he's covered under my insurance, which I have to refinance for this fiscal year, depending on changes to my annual income, which I can't actually calculate until I dig through the mountain of unopened mail I've received over the past 6 months and cross-check how many 1099s and W-2s I'm supposed to receive, and fuck! Did I leave my bell pepper in the crisper? Again? Am I the bell pepper or the crisper? Am I the forgotten thing or the thing that only opens up when it's too late? Does my ramshackle brain contain a defect by the manufacturer, or did God just trust I'd be so fly that he could wing it with me? I am a prisoner to my own attention span, flickering like a half-light. I know my story is far from over, but I keep losing track of where I am. I can't tell if the punchline is something I build up to or something I eventually become. I'm gonna get to the good part, just wait. I feel like the only line that haunts me is the finish one. Like the end will hit you before you even...
Oh, give it up for Soul Stuff. Judges, let's see those scores.